Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes to use with greens. It's about the middle of October and our greens are doing great. So I have freshly picked kale and Swiss chard and mustard and turnip greens and maybe a few spinach in there, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to teach you how to make, we call it garlicky greens, but they're just sauteed greens in oil and garlic, and it's one of my favorite things to do with them. So after I get them picked, I'm going to wash them really well in water. I put a little bit of salt in there too, which will hopefully kill anything that might be on there because there's still some caterpillar buggy things out there. So I want to make sure that I swish them around in there really well, and I'm going to let them soak in there for a couple minutes. You could let them soak a little bit longer too if you want. So we're going to let them soak in there. In the meantime, have a little pot of water that's boiling, because once your greens are all washed, you're going to bring them over and you're going to need that boiling water. So what I'm going to do next is just pull my greens out of that water, drain off the little bit of water that's in there. Bring them over, and I'm going to put them in this boiling hot water, swish them around in there, and I'm just going to keep them in here long enough to wilt them a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe 2 minutes. See how wilted you like them to be. Just make sure that they're all stirred and not clumped up together, that the water's in there well. Have a colander ready. Okay, so when your greens look wilted enough that you like them, I kind of drain some of that water. I'm using a slotted spoon type thing to get them out. Drain off as much of the water as I can before I set it in the colander. Again, don't let it get bunched up because you want to get all that water out. Drain it really well. And then you're going to set them off to the side. Okay, so once your greens are all wilted like you like, get a pan that you can saute in. Get a couple cloves of garlic and go ahead and peel them however many cloves you like. If you want a whole lot of garlic, if you don't want a lot, whatever you personally prefer. And so I'm going to put just a little bit of splash of olive oil in the bottom of my pan. And then I'm going to use my garlic press to press my garlic into the pan once that oil heats up. I'll let it kind of heat up a little bit. The goal here is to saute the garlic in the oil. And I'm going to go ahead and scrape the rest out and use what's left in there. And you can hear it start to sizzle. And you want your garlic to be maybe kind of a golden brown color. Once your greens are dry, what I like to do is get some of them and I chop them up into smaller bite-sized pieces. And my garlic is sauteing over there. It's almost ready. So I'm just going to quickly get my greens chopped up. Then I will add them to this garlic, which is over here. You can see it's sauteing nicely. I'm going to add it in there. Mix it together and cook it for maybe a couple minutes, pretty much until it's just heated through. And then it's going to be ready for you to enjoy. So I hope you try this recipe at home. It's very nutritious. And you can use whatever kind of cooking oil you prefer that you feel is healthier. But it's just a nutritious and delicious way to enjoy the greens out of your garden in the fall. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I added my chopped up greens to my oil and my garlic. And I stirred it all together. It may sizzle and pop a little bit because those greens are still going to have some water in them. But once you get it all mixed together, it's just going to cook. And I will put the lid on and let it cook maybe a couple minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, until it's heated all the way through. And then I will enjoy it. So it's a great way to use your greens in the fall, and it's very healthy as well, full of vitamins and minerals. You can use whatever cooking oil you prefer, but it's a great way to use your late fall greens. I hope you try it at home. Thanks for watching.